Alright guys, welcome back. I'm playing some Fortnite. Put some music on real quick.
Hey, how you doing? I got all the good stuff in store for you.
Okay. Let's get a quick warm up going. I'm gonna do some What's funny is when I did used to play ultra low sense, I never played 1v1s. Kinda crazy. Good.
Everything we lost and we never found.
Luca. Take out my entire fucking speakers. The low thing.
Everything we lost and we never found.
TikToker. And he's anonymous. TikTok. Need to get my edits back, because when you do edits on this, you need to understand how to do perfect fucking crosshair edits, like your micro movements be like perfect. Like when I say micro movements, it's huge movements by your hand, but it's micro movements in game, right? So because of that, because it's such a broad movement by your hand, but it's a micro movement in game, it's like it should be perfect. I'm saying the time. course. Bro, how many people am I gonna fight and they're not just gonna fight, bro? How many people am I gonna join and they're just not gonna play the game? What the fuck? Let me check. What's the time? I've been playing for 5 minutes. I haven't fought a single person. For 5 minutes I'm looking for people. Not many lobbies. My fucking god, bro. Good perfect. You are this though. What are you doing? Please, okay, come on, look at that loadout. Come on. If he's not a sweat, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I don't think he would be, but look at his name. Gotta be. He's got the full sweat going on. I'm gonna fucking play that. Alright, let me see what's going on. Yeah, he's got decent movement. I lost that? Oh, it's gonna continue. Turn up my music. Should be fine. Did I not shoot? My gun shot, right? I'm sure my gun shot. Did I just blank him? that was like the most perfect pump shot ever, bro. Come on. Bruh. Shit, anyway. Pretty sure he's control players, man. Just check how much towards my mouse has real quick. 20%. Okay. Cool. Broken lobby. Yay. You can do some edit pump wars. fix these fucking color settings, bro. This looks like I can't see shit. I'm just hurting my eyes.
Chapter 4 Season 4 is here, and that means we have some new settings to go through.
Why do
What in the hell? Now, hopefully you guys aren't struggling too bad with your FPS. My gameplay honestly hasn't been too awful. Maybe because I'm dual change that Epic made that not only they just did not mention or talk about at all, but I really haven't seen anyone on Twitter or like any pros talk about it. And what it essentially is that Epic changed the build break animation. So I don't know if you guys just saw that it's going to be more gray this time. It almost looks like your screen like flashes. It's so weird and I'm not used to it yet. Here's a metal wall breaking. It's the same thing. But why I'm mentioning it is, like I said, it's not actually a setting that you can turn on. And here's proof of that if I just spray. It goes through the new overlay wall that they put in the game. And that means you don't have to play any differently. You don't have to like wait for the second one to break. You can time everything per my library. Your library might look different to this. It might look like this, where Fortnite is bigger. Mine was just in like the little list mode. You can click either icon, but where you want to go is to the 3 little dots next to Fortnite. Ignore my 5,000 hours time played, by the way. But you're going to click the 3 little dots. You're going to go over to options, and you should be greeted by your Fortnite installation options. So the big change Epic made with these options in Chapter 4 Season 4 is you might notice the disable cosmetic streaming option. It went from 5 gigabytes to a whopping 27.
What the fuck?
Or well, 26.57. You guys know that usually, like for high resolution textures, for example, I always tell you guys to uninstall this because it's 9 gigabytes. It really does not do anything. It actually hurts your FPS. So I tell you guys to uncheck it, go over to apply, and make sure that your download size is 0. Hit up textures on or off. Our internet connections may experience performance issues when the game is streaming cosmetics, but then they say that turning this feature off, which is what I recommend, that will require more disk space. Hopefully you guys see.
Well, that's your own. Oh shit, wait. I accidentally almost pushed. Okay, there we go. 6 gigs, 6 gigs still.
Why I'm telling you to turn this off. Epic Games literally kind of said it themselves, but I kid you not, this setting sounds exactly like what it is. It makes the game stream and download different cosmetics only when you run into them in a match. And yes, I know that might sound kind of good because like if you don't run into anyone, then your game will be working really well. But unless you have like godly internet, you do not want the game streaming and downloading all these cosmetics as you're playing. Your ping is gonna spike, your game is gonna feel like crap. The only actual downside is if you have 6 gigabytes, just apply, make sure your settings look exactly like textures, it becomes an extra 19. But that's why I recommend that you turn off high resolution textures. So this one's full screen, never windowed. Resolution though, I have on 1920 by 1080. 1600 by 900 really is not a bad option if you want some extra FPS, but I think the majority of people use 1920 by 1080, or you might have something different if you're on a 4K monitor. VSync though, always turn off. In-game Fortnite VSync sucks ass. Frame rate limit have at either the same or 1 FPS above your monitor's refresh rate. So I'm on a 240Hz monitor. I have mine at 240 FPS. If you're on a 160Hz monitor, go to 165. 144Hz, go to 160 FPS. And then finally rendering mode. What the hell was that sound? The best rendering mode in Chapter 4 Season 4 is Performance Mode yet again. I will still show the settings for DX11 and DX12, so don't worry, but Performance Mode, use this for the best FPS. And actually, something that's worth noting that I'll show just because we
Hungry Jack's Whoppers. Flame grilled, smoky barbecue taste. Try the new Whiskey Ripper Whopper. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
Pat, what are you doing?
Check out my new signature Gillette Labs. The handle has a lifetime guarantee. It's a keeper.
You're a keeper.
Nah, I'm a bowler.
Oh my.
Gillette Labs. It's a keeper.
you were right here, like, literally a minute ago, is in your Fortnite installation options, you have the option for your DirectX 12 shaders. For the majority of you guys that actually play on performance mode, I would recommend unchecking this and applying. That's gonna record. Oh my god, maybe it does work. Oh! What in the graphics? Oh, mobile graphics. What in the hell? Oh my god. Why is that a thing? Yeah, and you guys thought mobile graphics was potato mode. Bruh, get me out of this. Regardless though, most of you should be on 100% 3D res. You can try out 1% if you want the graphics you just saw. View distance though, most on medium. Still mobile graphics. Oh, okay. Walls and ramps are high meshes. I don't know why. But then far, like I said, that is when all your builds, including cones and floors, will be high meshes. I don't know why it works or why, just, I don't know anymore. But that is how to actually get high meshes in Chapter 4 Season 4. You need high meshes as have the option for DX12 as a rendering mode. But now look, if you go down, you can just see, oh my lordy lord, there are so many different settings and options that we just did not have on performance is on custom, which you guys won't have the option for. You can see it just disappeared. So what I recommend off, view distance on near, textures on low, a DLSS. You can see that just enables 5% of, and then for replays, ones that I've skipped, they are your graphic settings, which include your brightness, your user interface contrast, and colorblind mode. Beginning with brightness, I always recommend just to leave this at 100%. I usually recommend that, and you'll see why I'm saying that in a second. User interface contrast though, this one is up to you guys. It only affects how your settings page looks. So in-game, nothing has changed at all. That is literally just for this like weird blue, dark blue color. I just put mine at 1x.
Let me try fixing something real quick. If I go into okay.
Because who cares about how your settings look? But then the big one, a colorblind mode. I'm the sort of guy who just likes the game to be simple and look kind of plain, so I used no colorblind mode, strength 0. However, when I was playing and making the video with Kanata, which you guys should all watch, it was a banger. Light or bluey, or maybe with strength 40, or and that's, but 150 want to use your normal no colorblind mode. So for Chapter 4 Season 4 in general, I recommend as always just go and don't use any colorblind mode. Of course, unless you're actually colorblind. But Kanata's little trick, like I said, 150% brightness and then Deuteronope 4 or 5. He might even be on 10, but I think that bright and just kind of harder. And he had his brightness at 150%. This is what that looks like. You can see that the greens are a lot darker and the blues are also darker. It's not really as like light or bluey, or maybe it is. It's darker. But why I think it's interesting and why I actually do recommend that some of you guys use it is in these new POIs, which are really like bright and just kind of hard to see things at. What this colorblind option does is it makes everything darker and more contrasted with Deuteronope.
I think that's exactly what I need.
But at the same time, you're cranking your brightness, so it's not as dark, which, let me show you 100%. This, I feel like, is too dark. It almost makes things, especially like this guy down here. If he was on the grass, it would be impossible to see him. But with Kanata's 150% brightness, it kind of like cancels it out and actually makes it a lot easier to see things, especially if you just don't want to use your normal no colorblind mode. So, for Chapter 4 Season 4 in general, I recommend as always, just go and don't use any colorblind mode. Of course, unless you're actually colorblind.
Twins and other pros have such amazing game colors that us normal players simply can't achieve. Well, they're actually using special settings to make enemies easier to see, as well as liven up Fortnite to make the game look just like the OG days. Well, today I'm here to share those secret settings with you, so let's get into it. The first step to making your game go from this to this is going to start in your colorblind settings. Starting on no colorblind mode, all default settings, change this to Tritanope, which already gives the game a more vibrant look, and then change your brightness to 125%, and then put your colorblind strength on 8. This is if you want a slightly milder version, but if you want the most vibrancy possible, you can max out all of these settings if you want to. So with just these settings applied alone, the game is already looking more vibrant. Program settings,
They just said make the game like fucking.
download it and open it up, and then where you see program settings, click add, and then make sure Fortnite
Okay, so it looks like doing enough for 5. It's like the best. That's interesting. That's actually an interesting one. I actually kind of like that one. Personally, I don't really need to try them because I know what they would be like because I have a lot of experience with Goblin. Protonope's always a weird one. I never really use Protonope because it's just weird. Like, Protonope makes things very bright, Protonope makes things very dark, and Protonope is kind of in between. It's kind of weird.
These settings are gonna make you way better.
Yeah, he's playing on Protonope. Fucking high Protonope.
Oh my god! No, I didn't mean to do him like that. Hold on, we gotta touch some grass.
Yeah, settings are Protonope. High Protonope too. 125 brightness Protonope.
My face cam off as well so you can really see everything. So I play window full screen, no stretch res. I get a lot of questions about that. I just prefer having native. I usually play 240 FPS in tournaments and just in general. I just like it at 240. I do play performance mode. I get so many questions about that. I have my DXT 1001 comments on my streams about my color. In the description down below to my Amazon store, I have all 140 difference and 25% contrast. So if you want to get the exact same settings as me, you'd have to do the same. You could get a pretty similar look without having the same monitor as me, but unless you want the exact same look.
Okay. Surprised he wasn't using Protonope. Game capture. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Bang, 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 bang. This is 60 because it's 237 instead of 240. Put that up to 150. We'll try this out. Actually, let's see what this looks like. 4 or 5. Load 4. Looks a bit washed out. That's bright, man. That looks weird. Let's try to pump wars, because. Low charge. It's gonna die. Alright. We got 14 people in here, goddamn. Might just have to do some Oh shit! Oh shit! God. Oh my god, guys, I just realized something. One reason why I've been playing like ass. Look at that. Look at that. Because the diagonals were off. Oh god, that feels so crazy. Can't lie, it is really easy. Can't lie. Back down to normal. All the settings. They just yeah. So they just changed like monitor settings, so it does look different from the way. It's a lot less bright. I mean,